We've reported on what has come to be known as the Facebook murders, a crime where a mother and daughter were convicted of first-degree murder without any evidence they were at the scene of the crime.
Yeah, prosecutors say an online dispute involving the women and the victims eventually fueled their father to kill the victims. The defense attorney in this case says they are motioning now for a new trial. As Allie Hines found out, one of the attorneys says what happens next could influence other cases, even across the country.
No one here wants to kill anyone, but we will.
Messages typed behind a keyboard, never expected to be projected in a courtroom. The state used hundreds of emails from Barbara and Janelle Potter's accounts as key pieces of evidence during their double murder trial earlier this year.
We will kill to protect our own.
Emails with vulgar and threatening words towards the victims. But the defense argues the women weren't the authors of these messages.
I do think that this case should cause some concern for people.
Any person who has a computer that other folks living in their home might be using to access the internet need to be extremely alarmed by this case and the outcome up to this point.
Barbara Potter's attorney Tate Davis is appealing, he says, because the state's investigation of the computer evidence wasn't thorough.
Since this is such a complex case and the law has not caught up to technology, whatever the Court of Appeals for Tennessee decides will most likely be influential in other cases throughout the country.
Whatever you may believe about this case, attorneys say the fact is what comes from your online accounts can turn into evidence.
It's an evolution in how people communicate, and thus it can be an evolution in the evidence at trial. Even on the smallest crimes, we're getting Facebook stuff coming in as evidence. Even on burglaries, statutory rapes, there's people talking about events on Facebook.
It's something that most people really don't think about in that heat of the moment.
And even when you delete information off your online accounts, it can still be recovered.
It could possibly and very well be held against you in a court of law.
Allie Hines, News Channel 11, in your corner.
Yesterday, we told you one of the men sentenced in this case, Jamie Kurt, is already up for parole. Now, one of the victim's mothers started a petition on change.org to keep him behind bars. In less than 24 hours, that petition already has more